You ever heard of somebody being about as much use as tits on a bull? Well, that's this next guy over here. You're just going to have to see this for yourself. This guy wants to essentially just do absolutely nothing to help himself at all and just spends the whole time whining. So I really hope you enjoy this. Sorry, I've got a really bad head cold, so sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird. We're over here at Ostego, I think is how you say it. Is that right? At Sagio Estate. I don't know. Tell me in the comment section. But yeah, as much use as tits on a bull. Let me know your versions of that in the comment section down below. Here we go.
Ask you to respond at all, sir.
What you asked. This is ridiculous.
Mr. Morales, I did not ask for you to say a thing. All right, this is the matter of Sabra Smith and Miguel Morales, file 13.
Oh yeah, this is from OSG as well.
Yes, except for a show cause. All right, I do see Mr. Morales is with us. Ms. Spillane, is this your matter?
Yes, sir, it is.
Can you update me on this file, please?
Absolutely. So this matter was adjourned from November 5th to address contempt based on the defendant not making diligent effort to make payments and not making a diligent effort to obtain employment. You had advised him if he paid $850 before today that we could cancel the hearing. However, we have not received any payments since the hearing and no updates on any employment.
Mr. Morales,
Yes,
are you employed?
I'm not right now.
Why not?
I'm looking for work. I lost my license earlier this year, and that really limited my transportation. Like, I was basically limited to jobs that I could walk to and from, and that was very far and few. Since my last court date, though, there's been a couple of things that came up. I had an interview, and I've been working with Northern Staffing, temp agency in Petoskey, and they have a position it's called SimTech in Boyne City. It's a factory they want me to start at. As of right now, I just had a surgery a few days ago, so I'm recovering from that. It limited my mobility a little bit, but as soon as I've recovered from that, they said I should be able to start at this position.
Can I just say off the rip, right? Not to speak ill of how anybody talks, because obviously, you know, I've got a funny accent, allegedly. He sounds useless. Does that make sense? He's got that kind of, so anyway, so I just kind of don't want to do anything. You know, that kind of voice. You know what I'm talking about. He just sounds useless. He tits on a bull, I'm telling you. That's why I'm going to start calling this guy bull titties from now on. Here we go.
How are you going to get there?
It's pretty close, and there's a certain amount of overlap between when my girlfriend goes to work and when I would be starting this job that she can get me to work.
This guy has an old doll. This guy has a missus. Lads, out there, if you're single, there's hope for you. Because if this guy can get a lady, anybody can. Damn.
I'm just going to have to bring a backpack and lay her up and hoof it to get back home. It's only a couple miles away from our house, but that's just sort of where I'm at, and that's what I have to do, so.
When did you have your surgery?
That is a good question, I believe.
You said it was a couple of days ago.
It was this past Monday. It would have been the 8th.
What kind of surgery was it?
I feel like if you had surgery within the last month or two, you'd probably know how long ago it was. Like, right? Surely.
I had lipomas removed from my left thigh.
Well, hold on. Sorry for pausing that so soon. Did he just say he had glycomas? I assume he means glaucomas, which isn't really a thing. Removed from his eye. Hold on. Let's just listen to that again.
I had lipomas removed from my left thigh. I had Lipomas removed from my left thigh.
Okay. He definitely said I had glaucomas removed from my left eye. Now, I would need to Google this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave you tell me if I'm wrong here. So I had open angle glaucoma in my left eye. And about, 6 or 7 years ago, I had to have eye surgery. Right. And so I've only got, like, when I close my right eye, I can just see the camera and a little bit of stuff over here, but all of my peripheral vision on this side is gone. You don't get glaucomas removed because glaucomas aren't a thing. Right? Or am I wrong on that one? Maybe somebody can clear that up, because glaucoma is a condition. It's an emergent property of something. You can get glaucoma for different reasons. Unless maybe he meant cataracts, but accidentally said glaucomas. I feel like if this only happened like 3 days ago, you would remember that. This guy is exactly like this Christmas decoration right here. An absolute dumpster fire. So anyway, tell us more about the glaucomas you got removed. That's suspicious. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. I don't think I am, though.
They're basically like non-cancerous tumors, but I had 3 removed from my thigh because they were getting pretty big. They were starting to hurt when I walked.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google this. Hold on. Let me see. Now, it did kind of sound like he said glycomas, but I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Glioma is a growth of cells that starts in the brain or spinal cord, so it's not that. I mean, let me see. Glaucoma. So there's different types, right? So glaucoma is a group of eye diseases that can lead to damage of the optic nerve. The optic nerve transmits visual information, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, like, I mean, I don't see anything about having glaucomas removed. As I say now, again, unless there is, let me see, non-cancerous tumor in eye. I guess I could look up and see if that matches anything. Unless, so there's one here. So blood vessel tumor, a hemangioma. Like, that doesn't sound like what he said. Hemangiomas or cysts are a distinct form of non-cancerous eye tumor. It didn't sound like what he said, to be quite honest. It sounded like he said glaucomas. Anyway, sorry, I know I kind of ADD'd on that one, but I really wanted to know what he was talking about there. But it sounded suspect to me anyway, straight away. He didn't know what day he got fucking eye surgery. He hasn't got an eye patch on. I was like a pirate for weeks after my eye surgery, and mine was fairly straightforward, but I had a trabeculectomy.
How long are you off
The
work for
recovery
that?
period,
Excuse me.
it shouldn't be too long. I'm waiting for the stitches in my incisions to heal. So a couple of more weeks at the very most.
Took a week
probably,
for my stitches.
if I were to guess. My instructions from the doctor said, 2 to 3 weeks of recovery.
Yeah, sounds about right, but
Mr. Morales, yeah, I hear what
I'm
you're
looking this
telling
guy
me,
up.
but I don't know that you're hearing what the court is telling you. You are here for me to address the issue of contempt. I don't know if you understand what that means. That means I'm trying to decide whether I should send you to jail for not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is have a job and make your payments.
Right, and I understand that, and I'm expressing to the court now that it is insanely difficult to find work when you don't have transportation.
There's a bus system. There are friends. There are people every day who get jobs and have jobs in your exact same situation. They don't have a vehicle. That happens routinely in northern Michigan. You have a person in your household who has a vehicle, apparently, because they're going to work every day, right?
And they work night shift, and it's not their responsibility to get me to work.
Yeah, it's your responsibility, dickhead.
It's not, but you can catch a ride.
No, I can't. That is what I'm telling you. That is what I've been telling you guys from the beginning. I do not have the support for this.
Why can't, hey, listen to me. Stop talking for a second. Why can't you catch a ride with the person in your household?
I haven't been able to find a job that lines up with her hours. She gets home at 6 a.m. A lot of these jobs wanted me to start at 10 noon. I can't.
So how far do you live? Tell me where you live.
I live in Boyne City. It is off Silver Street. It's like just outside of town, out of city limits, I guess. I don't know where city limits are. It's not that far, but I have been trying to find work that I have been able to walk to, and I have not been having much success. That is really where we're at. I've been looking for work. I have not found work. Like it's pretty cut and dry. Like I'm trying to do what I can.
He's an arrogant little shit.
So how many job applications have you put out in the last month?
In the last month, I haven't put any out because I was dealing with Northern Staffing. They told me that they would have a position. I just had to come and interview with them. And I interviewed with them, and after my surgery, it should be ready to go. Got another week or two at this point.
Your surgery was December, Mr. Morales, your surgery was December the 8th.
Yes.
The order that I entered was in the beginning of November. So there's a whole month that went by before you had your surgery that you could have been working and you didn't.
Okay, well, I disagree. I've been doing what I can, and I'm tired of being told I'm not. I'm tired of it. I have been trying to find work. I have been getting told either A, I don't have enough experience for jobs I have applied to, or I just haven't heard.
Or they don't need any bull titties.
You told me you didn't apply to any jobs for a whole month.
Yeah, in the last month. I'm not talking about just the last month.
I am, because that's when I told you to get a job.
I have one lined up, Your Honor.
Great.
I can't do anything about
Where's the money for last month?
I don't have any.
So why shouldn't I send you to jail?
Why shouldn't you? I don't know. The decision is in your court. I am trying to do what I can. What I can right now is very limited, but I'm trying to do what I can with what I can. And so far, yeah, it's been...
What an arrogant prick.
Rough, but I found an end to a place that I'm hopefully going to be starting employment within the next couple of weeks. It's been rough. It's been a shock to me too. I've never gone almost an entire year without being employed. It has been unbelievably stressful. I have gaps in my resume, but not very many, and the ones that I have been justified. So I'm doing what I can. I understand that the process has been unbelievably slow. It is a frustrating thing for me too.
Come on, man.
But I am doing what I can. I am limited in my resources and my support. But I think, as soon as my leg feels better and my incisions are fine.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your leg. As soon as your leg feels better, I thought you had glaucomas removed from your eye and that's why you couldn't walk. Lads, I am so confused. What's it got to do with your leg? I'm actually perplexed by this person. Oh my God, man. Okay, let's listen on.
I think this job is
Your man in the
very
middle just
decent,
knocking back a
but I think
moonshine.
the resources and my support. But I think, you know, as soon as my leg feels better and my incisions are fine, I think this job is a very decent potential for me. It's not exactly what I wanted, but, you know, when you're at the point where you haven't worked in almost a year, you got to take what you can. And that's what I've been trying to do.
The guy in the middle shaking his
I
head.
set my pride aside and I tried, you know, applying for jobs that I thought were maybe beneath me, or, you know, whatever you want to call
What
it.
an
But
arrogant prick.
at the end of the day, I understand work is work and I need money. And that's what I am trying to do, because court stuff aside, there's all sorts of personal things that not having money is a stressor
No
for
shit.
too.
All right, Mr. Morales, I'm going to say some hard things to you, and I want you to just listen to them. I don't want to hear any response from you. I just want you to sit there and listen to this.
Okay.
What I hear from you is you talking yourself into believing that it's okay to not have any work for almost a year, and that you're worried. It sounds to me like you're worried more about your feelings, and you're worried about whether or not a job is below you or beneath you. Quite frankly, that
I'm
is
sorry,
a.
No.
I didn't ask you to respond at all, sir.
What you asked. This is ridiculous.
Mr. Morales, I did not ask for you to say a thing. I asked you to sit there and listen to what I'm saying to you.
I don't agree with what you're saying.
Mr. Morales, I did not ask for you to speak. Sit and listen. What I'm hearing from you is that you're not working absolutely as hard as you possibly can to get a job. That is the bottom line. It does not matter what your feelings are. It doesn't matter how easy it is. It doesn't matter anything else. You have an obligation to pay what you're supposed to pay, period. Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get this job that you've been talking about. But by all rights, I should be sending you to jail. So I need you to grow a pair and get a job and make your payments. Period. End of story. I don't want to hear any more excuses like you've given me today. If this job doesn't work out, and if you don't make your payment in full by January, we're going to set a hearing in January. And if the payment is not made in full before the next hearing, there is no question. You will go to jail. You will not collect $200, and you will not pass go. Have I made myself absolutely clear?
Crystal, Your
what
Honor.
an fucking
Thank
smug.
you. Go do what you're supposed to do. That's all for today. Mr.
Now
Spillane,
go back to
please set
playing
this for
Xbox and masturbating, you weird little fucking creature. Yeah, this guy, absolutely zero work ethic whatsoever. Look, if the chips fell in a bad way for me, I would go wash windows. I would fucking do whatever. Go plow the fields. Like, do whatever you got to do. I've had situations when I was younger where I didn't have a car and I had a job on the other side of the city and I didn't have the money to be getting buses and fucking taxis over there when I was like 19, 20. So you just get a bicycle or you walk. It's as simple as that. Maybe I completely misheard this guy earlier, but he told us that he couldn't work because he had glaucomas removed from his eye and he had stitches in his eye. But then that changed to incisions and stitches in his leg. And that's why he couldn't walk. Because he said that, and I can attest that it is kind of true. When you have eye surgery of any description, it is hard to do things. Like it really, really is. It's actually super hard to sleep with the eye patch on. Sorry, I've got such a bad head cold right now because obviously when you fall asleep, your eyes roll back. And when you got big stitches in your eyeball, I can tell you it's very uncomfortable when you fall asleep. Walking is tough, all that kind of stuff. I mean, the guy's just useless. He's just a fucking loser. I'm sorry. I'm usually much more, I guess, forgiving and kind on these videos. You know, I give people the benefit of the doubt, but he's just a whiny sausage. He's just, yeah, as much use as a pair of tits on a bull, screen door on a fucking submarine, ashtray on a motorcycle, etc. Chocolate tea kettle. Give me your best ones down below. I love sayings like this. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if I didn't have money, I would just do whatever I need to do. Basically. Brownlee fans, whatever. Just get it done. Do what you got to do. Man up, sack up, get it done. As he said, grow a pair. Mind you, I don't think he physically can grow a pair. I'm surprised he has a girlfriend. I blame soy milk. This is a limp dick soy boy if ever I've seen one. I guarantee he has like a weird degree from college. Like, I don't know, interpretive dance theory or some bullshit like that a lot of you people watching had to pay for. Yeah. Useless. Absolutely useless. I hope he turns it around. Look, there's me being nice. Go on, man. Watch this video and be like, you know what? That fucking Irishman there's got a good point. You wouldn't get away with this shit here. Like, simple as that. Like, it's one thing to not have money and to need a job to get by, right? Fucking dude mooching off his girlfriend while he's on this parole or whatever the fuck he's on. Probation. I actually don't know. Is it probation? Anyway, whatever he's on. Mooching off his girlfriend, not getting a job. That's one side of it. But when you got literal jail hanging over your head because you won't just hit the bricks and get a job, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, I've had jobs before that were worse than jail. Like, for sure. Like, absolute dog shit jobs that I had to do when I was younger. In my younger days, working in call centers. Oh, mother of God. Trying to talk an 82-year-old woman through connecting her Sky TV digital box to the internet to watch reruns of old Coronation Street episodes or whatever. That's no joke. I'd nearly rather do time. Almost did a few times because of a fucking, it was a nightmare. But this guy is just plain good old fashioned useless. Get your ass up, unless there's stitches in that too, I don't know. And just go get a job. Just do something. There is actually so much work out there right now. Now, I know there is parts of the world right now where there's not a lot of work. In some circumstances, like here in Ireland, it's a bit of a problem. So if you don't have a job in Ireland, you get social welfare. You get the dole, as we call it, which I think at the minute is about €230 a week. US money, that's about, maybe $300 a week for nothing. And the other aspect of that is a lot of the work that's available in Ireland right now is either contract work or part-time work. So it doesn't actually pay people to go to work. In fact, it's actually costing people more money to go to work than it would be to just be on the dole. My understanding is in the States, there are certain things to help people like food stamps and some other payments, but not as much as you would get here. Flip side of that is rent and stuff is crazy here. So I don't know how anybody can live on the dole without like subsidized housing or whatever, which is hard to get here as far as I'm aware. Yeah. You know, I couldn't live like that. You know, I could not live like that. When I was out injured after the crash, and still am a little bit, but I'm way, way better than I was. I was going out of my fucking mind just sitting here doing nothing. Like this past few days has been the first time that I've been able to like lift heavy shit properly and just do my normal stuff that I normally do. I spent the last 2 days out there chopping wood, clearing up shit that needed to be cut to pieces and thrown in a skip. Like the stuff I enjoy doing, to be quite honest with you. This guy is used to just, I guarantee you, and this is no shade on gamers because some of the most awesome people that I know, my girlfriend loves video games. She plays, what's that one? where people shoot each other and stuff. I'm not good with games. Call of Duty. She plays online Call of Duty and sits there screaming at them, and it's great. But she works like nobody I've ever seen before. Gets that done, goes home, plays Xbox for a couple hours, and just shouts at random people on the internet. Kind of like what I do, except with a controller. And that's great. But I guarantee this arsehole just sits there eating, that Americanism? Eating Cheetos, playing fucking Xbox, and does absolutely nothing else while he's waiting for his missus to come back from work to feed him. Like, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. No, I love doing stuff. I'm not saying that I love getting up and going out to an office every morning. That's hell on earth to me. I've worked for myself now for the past like 5 years, doing this and other business ventures that I've got. And I couldn't not do that anymore. You know, I like to work for myself, but I like to do loads of other shit too. I like to ride my motorcycle into walls. I like to work out here on the farm. I live on a big farm. I don't own the farm, but I like to help out on the farm. Spent a few hours the other day chasing fucking calves back into their field after they got out onto the road and cutting up timber. I don't have anything to burn logs in this house, but I still cut up a load of timber for neighbors and stuff because it's good exercise and I enjoy being outside. I spent an hour out there with a couple of beers watching the shooting stars. I like being out doing shit. This guy, I guarantee you, he's got a big beanbag, wears pajamas all day. That's the most dressed up this fucker's gotten in months. I guarantee you that. No, he deserves to wear pajamas after getting his surgery to get the glaucomas removed from his eyes that are somehow in his leg. I don't know. I just cannot stand people like this. Soy boy, go get a fucking job, do what you got to do. And as soon as your parole's over, I guess you can just go back to doing absolutely nothing and mooching off your girlfriend again. Anyway, folks, with that, it's time for me to go to bed. I've had 4 little tiny beers and they've gone straight to my head. They're Belgian, I think. So they're quite strong. I actually can't even see. I forgot my glasses. But anyway, thank you very much, folks. Make sure and hit that like button and we'll catch you in the next one. It's Lanchois.